Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. It's amazing how many people think like chicken cooked in lard must be really bad for you. Like I always eat the thighs and the legs too, the dark meat that's fattier. You see, I took in an empty tub of lard today, just to store some bolts and plastic things in when I'm working on computers. And I can carry it around. And people are like, "Oh, what's that?" Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's a snow-capped lard. It was. I just used the bucket. Wow, that's a lot. How long did it take you to go through all that? A week or two, maybe a month. It depends on how much I fry, But I mean, it lasts a while. But if I'm cooking lots of chicken thighs, I'm gonna use it up, right? And they're like, that's really bad. I only use canola oil or this oil or that oil because it's heart healthy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, those aren't heart healthy. Those are actually really bad for you. And lard's actually much better, but tallow's fine, rendered duck fat, butter, ghee. These are all really good things that are really healthy for you, right? And I actually had this little argument with my cardiologist because he was talking about the popcorn at Rural King, and I said I don't eat their popcorn because it has seed oil in it. All that flavoring is made with seed oils. He's like, what do you mean? What's a seed oil? What do you mean seed oil? I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, all your processed oils. There's the Hateful Eight, but the main ones are going to be soybean oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. But, peanut oil, rice bran oil, flaxseed oil, all these oils are really bad for you. And he's like, oh, canola is good. It's heart healthy. I'm like, no, it's not. I eat lard and bacon grease and butter and rendered duck fat and ghee. I was like, I always make popcorn if I make it. I don't have it very often, but when I do make it, I make it with ghee. He's like, well, ghee's got a lot of fat in it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like how uneducated the doctors are, and they're passing it on to their patients, and their patients tend to believe it because they think to get healthy and lose weight, they're just going to have to eat stuff they don't like. So they're eating all these raw vegetables and like all this stuff, and I can get down with a crunchy carrot dipped in some ranch dressing. And it's hard to find a ranch dressing that isn't all made with seed oils, but I can get down with that, right? I like that, but I might have one or two, but that's not my main meal. And I think a lot of people think they have to just eat stuff they don't like to get healthy. And the truth is, you can eat stuff that you like chicken fried and bacon grease. It's delicious. You can put lots of salt on it, and it's healthy. I'm 50 years old. I had a complete CTA scan, all the heart tests, the stress test, the nuclear scan. I had the ultrasound of my heart. I had an ultrasound done on my neck. I had a complete CTA scan, and I had a CAT scan of my kidneys, which they also use dye on to check for narrowing of the kidney arteries, because I do still have some high blood pressure, but it's much better now that they found what's really causing it and have me on the right medication. So, and my blood pressure is caused by a rare condition, not the common condition that causes high blood pressure for most people. So most people get healthy, eat carnivore, their blood pressure goes down. But it's amazing. And so when I need a spray oil for a spray pan real quick, I use like an avocado oil. It's a spray avocado oil. I make my mayonnaise with avocado oil. Avocado oil is a little higher in omega-6s, but it's still pretty good for you. And this is the other thing, the whole omega-6, omega-3 balance people. Even Dr. Kim Berry said, you need to eat 50-50. That's almost impossible. If you're really rich and you can afford the grass-fed beef and the pasture-raised eggs, or grass-fed and finished beef, pasture-raised eggs, you can afford all that, you're still going to have a hard time meeting a 50-50 ratio. We were never meant to eat 50-50, right? Never, as humans. And Dr. Boz did an excellent video a while back, and there's some other people that do them. But the omega, and Dr. Boz didn't quite believe it, but she was interviewing a doctor that was talking about it, and it makes perfect sense. Omega-3s and omega-6s don't have to stay in balance. In fact, when we increase the omega-3s in someone's diet and we give them omega-3 supplements and have them omega-3 themselves to death, the omega-3s in their cells don't go up. It keeps the same balance, right? And what it is the seed oils, the hateful eight seed oils is what she called it. Those seed oils are displacing the omega-3 from your cell membranes, right? So omega-3s normally attach and they stay there and they're happy and healthy until you eat refined seed oils and they displace them. And they're a special kind of omega-6. So omega-6 coming from beef, coming from pork, coming from chicken, I don't believe it's so unhealthy for you. But omega-6 coming from a bottle of vegetable oil is really toxic to you, right? And it will at least contribute to type 2 diabetes. It will contribute to all the metabolic diseases that we have, and it makes your cells very sick. So staying away from seed oils is extremely important. And I just think it's really amazing. Like, people don't do their own research. They don't care. Their doctor tells them they have to eat healthy, eat less, move more, and get healthy and lose the weight. And so they're eating a nasty salad, with no meat on it, no cheese, for lunch with some seed oil salad dressing. And they're trying to go for a walk. And exercise just isn't part of the weight loss thing for me. I mean, it is a little bit. You want to do more exercise once you lose the weight and you feel better. But I have not been going on walks lately because my sciatic nerve has really been hurting. And I went to see my massage therapist, and he was like, "Does it hurt right there?" I'm like, "Yes." "Does it hurt right there?" "Yes." "Does it hurt right there?" Like, oh gosh, that really hurts. Like, it didn't hurt before he rubbed it, but then when he started rubbing it, it just hurt. And he's like, "Yeah, that's because those muscles are that's where they connect to your hip bone or something, and then they get worn out or damaged, and then the other muscles that are hurting, that swell up and hit the sciatic nerve, are actually trying to compensate for those muscles." I don't know. But he showed me how to do some stretches, and I've been doing those 3 or 4 times a day, and my sciatic nerve pain has nearly gone away. I'm so happy. The sciatic nerve pain started happening with the blood pressure medication. I don't know. They happened at the same time. I don't know if that was causing it. But my blood pressures are running in the 120s, 130s sometimes. Sometimes they're in the teens for my systolic. I'm really happy with that. I've gone off. I was on 8 blood pressure medications. I'm now down to 4. And I'm going to look and see if I can drop another one next time I see my cardiologist. So that's all going well. I'm getting healthy, but the one blood pressure medication that's actually for my rare condition that causes the high blood pressure, I'll be on for the rest of my life. But by taking that, it's allowed the other blood pressure medications to start working and get my blood pressure down. When I had my stroke, they took my blood pressure in the ambulance. It was 310 systolic. So I was really high, and I mean, I wasn't running that high constantly, but I had a big spike that day, and I was just in a hurry trying to get a bunch of stuff done at work and fix things because I had to leave early because I was heading to Florida, to the Florida Auto Care Alliance, to help out with a class, and I ended up not making it. I didn't come to class. I had my PowerPoint presentations ready and everything, and I couldn't come because I had a stroke. But I want to get back to the Florida Auto Care Alliance if they ever teach that class again and see if I can get another chance. But it is what it is. But I made a 100% recovery from my stroke. I still have a little numbness on the right side of my body, but I'm left-handed. And I have to be careful, like when I'm using torches or handling hot stuff, not to do it with my right hand, because I can burn my right hand and not really feel it that well. Sometimes it tingles. And I've had to learn how to keep my balance when I'm walking. and it requires like focusing on a fixed object when I walk. And then if I have to like look at something in my hands, like find a key, I have to stop walking, find it, and then look, and then walk again. I have to drag my foot when I walk backwards so that my body knows where it is, or it gets all dizzy. But I mean, I can pretty much walk and function 100% normally. I'm driving. They told me when I left the hospital that I would probably always need a walker to walk, that I might not ever see right again because my vision was double and it was impaired and it was all messed up. I was actually blind when I first had the stroke. And they told me I'd probably never drive again. 3 months later, I drove to my neurologist appointment for my final checkup. So there is something about not taking these statins, not worrying about LDL cholesterol, right? And eating healthy fats. Anyway, that's all I got. I got to finish my chicken and I got to get back to work and I got to roll out more computers. We're trying to upgrade everything to Windows 11. It's getting kind of crazy, but that's where we're at. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.